Okay. Alright, we got our white circles over here. Now let's take this guy. How did this work? Circles in top, squares in the middle, 2 circles in the bottom. So really what we need to generate is some intermediate shape where we have a circle and a square on the top and some garbage on the bottom right side, right? And then we stack it with the square on bottom half, right? So we need a square in the bottom left side and garbage again on the right side. And then we'll cut that, and that gives us our circle and our small square. And then from there, we need to stack that with top right square, bottom right circle. And that'll give us the logo. Okay, so what I need to generate is this intermediate shape, a lower half square shape, and then this additional shape. So let's start by let's make just the bottom half squares. That's easy. We can do that in no time at all. That's a lot of bottom half squares. Each one coming out at 3.5. 3.5 to 14 we already know is 4. So let's go back to splitter blueprints. We have 4 inputs. We want 1 output. Back to here. Oh, I'm gonna be getting a lot of these a second. I just realized I made way too many. The problem I'm seeing right now is I need 2 of these white circle pieces in each of the items I generate. But for those shapes, I need to use more than 1, and I'm gonna have to throw some of them away, right? So I'm not gonna be able to get the full 14 a second with just 1 of these, am I? Let's see if we can optimize that in any way. So now we get this top right corner of a square. I can bring one of these guys over. And I'm basically going to be using this same cutter layout. I'm just going to need it to be slightly different on these rotators. I guess it doesn't matter which side goes into where because we're not actually stacking things on top of each other. We're just making an, I don't know, amalgamation piece. So we can, let's just, for now, that guy goes in here, and this guy goes in here, and I expect to see, yep, this is the right hand side of our shape. So we need that guy, and then we have our bottom halves already. So we've been kind of putting off how to make that small circle till this point. So now we need to actually go ahead and figure out how we're going to do that. So we need top left piece of a white circle, right? Let's go back to the prototype. We need the top left piece of a white circle, and we need to combine that, and it looks like we combine with what? The right hand side of a square. And then the output of that we take and we split. It doesn't look like we'll waste any of the white circles pieces like I thought we were actually. So if we put the top left corner piece of a circle, stack it with a right hand side square, right? And then stack that with a bottom half square, we'll get our little shape out here. Then from there we stack with the right hand side shape that we just created, and that gives us the whole logo. Okay, that should be doable. We can do that. Now we got to correct with the right hand side squares, so we need to get that top left corner of a white circle, and it looks like what we're gonna need to do is make those because we don't have them yet, right? But it's gonna basically be this, and I once again just changed these rotators. This thing is quite complicated, huh? The hardest part is going to be, how do I scale this stuff so it doesn't look like garbage? Oh man, our layout sucks. I just realized, because I want to take this this shape here and connect it to the shape that's all the way up here. Oh boy. Alright, so that's a note to make that when we finish this whole thing, I actually want to take this and have it be right next to this guy. So I just want this, I think, right? So now I need to bring these guys in line with that. And from there, we just combine. And I don't think it matters which side is left-hand or right-hand input at that point. So we can just take another one of these and paste it onto here, right? That makes sense to me. Alright, we did it. We made the logo. Nice. And then we can take this and copy it onto here. And then that can go into the hub. Okay, now how do we actually make this in a way that doesn't involve all of this crap? I can delete that guy. So, let's see here. How are we doing this? Let's copy this, right? Then we're going to figure out what inputs go where, and then we're going to figure out how to lay it out better. So this seems like the final factory, and I want 4 of these guys. And to get all of the inputs in the correct space is going to be a little difficult. So let's start with this guy, I think. And this needs to be the right-hand side input. So on either one of these inputs, I need bottom right-hand side white circle, top right-hand corner square, uncolored square. And once that guy gets in there, and I connect this piece, I want to see logos coming out. Yeah, we did it. Look at that. Alright, nice. Doesn't look quite like 14 a second. Oh, now it might. There we go. It's pretty close to 14, honestly. I'll take it, you know? It feels good to see it working after all of that planning. Like, this took an hour and a half or so. And, oh man, seems worth it, honestly. So one issue that I'm seeing here is, I guess I can just do that. I was gonna say I need to get 2 lines into here, but I can just move that one up 1. So let's continue it, hook up the rest of them. I need to get these 2 pieces again into this bottom. So let's take the next group. Okay, and there we have it. What looks like 3 pretty much fully saturated conveyor belts worth of the logo shape coming into our hub. We ended up with a pretty decently compact factory. I think if I had like placed this back here, it would have looked a little bit nicer, and then I could have just routed it a little bit better, but you know, whatever. Turned out how it turned out, and I think it doesn't look too bad. And we're delivering pretty fast here. We're going at 54 a second, which I think is the highest I've ever delivered anything at in this game. Honestly, it's pretty quick. And with 54 a second, we need 25,000 of them. So 25k divided by 54, 460 seconds, about 7 minutes, which is also much faster. Most levels take about 30 minutes for me, because I usually just make 1 or 2 full lines and then say, okay, that's good enough, I'm done. But since we needed so many of these shapes for this level, I figured I might as well do it. And additionally, we need 50,000 per each of these upgrades. And I got enough of these shapes stored away that I can just do all 4 of them when they're ready. But to get 50,000 for all 4 of these is going to take me quite a while. So I figure I might as well go ahead, make as many of them as I can right now, and just see how that goes. So we'll come back when this is done and we unlock the wires layer. Pretty excited to see how those go. I think there's like 26 or 28 levels now. So we'll have a few more levels to do, and then maybe we'll see how the free play looks. It looks like free play gets a little crazy with some of the shapes, so hopefully they're still doable and it's not like way out of my ability. Alright, level 20 done. You've unlocked the wires layer. It is a separate layer on top of the regular layer and introduces a lot of new mechanics. For the beginning, I unlocked you the quad painter. Connect the slots you would like to paint on the wires layer. To switch to the wires layer, press E. Enable hints in the settings to activate the wires tutorial. Is there a tutorial available for this level? Would you like to watch it? Yeah, sure, let's figure it out. Oh, it pops up a different YouTube. Well, I guess I'll just watch that on my own. I don't really know how to put that into this video. But what the heck is this? Oh my gosh. That's gonna be rough. That's gonna be really rough. What the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of that same shape. Okay, and we need 25k of them, which is gonna be quite a bit. Let's see what does that wires layer look like? Oh, it's very green. What is this? A wire? That makes sense. So we just place them around. Oh, okay. Makes a nice little square. Can I still use control to draw? No, I can't. Right click still deletes though. I can still highlight and delete. That's nice. What is this? Wire crossing. Allows 2 wires to cross without connecting to each other. Oh, okay. Versus this makes a loop. Alright. Neat. Storage still available in there, which doesn't make sense. Belt reader and a switch. Can be toggled on to emit Boolean signal on the wires layer. Can be used to control components, for an example, an item filter. So it's still available even when I'm not in wires. Okay. Okay. Alright, neat. Alright, well that was level 20 of Shapes I.O. We made the logo shape and actually made a pretty impressive amount of it per second in my opinion. So we'll have to keep those around for a while so we can get all those upgrades we looked at costing 50k each, which is just crazy. And that first very brief look at the wires layer was pretty interesting, so we'll have to see how that goes. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, a dislike if you didn't like it, maybe leave a comment, give me some feedback, what you guys want to see more of or less of, and feel free to hit that subscribe button to see when the next video comes out. Alright, peace.